Welcome in everybody to another Sonic Gaming Dragonfire real, raw, authentic reactions where we do the realest reactions possible with very limited editing to keep everything real and flowing as naturally as possible. Having all sorts of tech issues recently, lost all my scenes from my recording software, so which is why there's no intro screen, nothing fancy happening. I do apologize. I'm trying to get on top of that as fast as I can, but most important thing is the reaction itself, right? So we are back tonight with a brand new one. Citizen Soldier just dropped a new track off of their coming album. This one is called Figure Me Out. We do have an official lyric video. Excited to see what Citizen Soldier is talking about on this one. And hopefully you guys are too, and hopefully you're all doing well. I will not hold you up anymore. Let's go and check the song out and see what they have to talk about. Let's get it. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice dropping.
Tried all the medicines, seen all the therapists. Now I'm running out of hope. Feels like living on death row. When I let people in, it kills my confidence. Abusing vulnerable till I finally overdose. Maybe I'm just too sick. Maybe I can't be fixed. Maybe I won't be missed. Somebody unbreak my bones. Somebody come crack my code. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me out. Somebody explain my scars. Somebody replace my parts. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me out.
Heads.
'Cause I don't know how to figure me out. I'm out of specialists. Send me an exorcist. 'Cause I got a ghost in me that nobody else believes. My old perfectionist, programmed a pessimist that's always whispering something so discouraging. Maybe I'm just too sick. Maybe I can't be fixed. Maybe I won't be missed. Somebody unbreak my bones. Somebody come crack my code. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me out. Somebody explain my scars. Somebody replace my parts. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me Don't wanna die, but I can't live like this. I can't live like this. I can't live like this. No. Don't wanna die, but I can't live like this. Lost in this abyss. I can't live like this. Somebody unbreak my bones. Somebody come crack my code. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me out.
That rest though.
Somebody unbreak my bones. Somebody come crack my code. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me out. Somebody explain my scars. Somebody unbreak this heart. 'Cause I don't know how to figure me out.
right, that that at the end came out of nowhere. Well played. Didn't see that one coming. All right, guys, that was Citizen Soldiers Figure Me Out official lyric video. Slip it over to the other side, and I will give my final thoughts on this. Hope to see you there. All right, guys, that was Citizen Soldier Figure Me Out official lyric video. That was another banger. Definitely going to be added to my playlist. Very good song. Very deep lyrics. Hit like a freaking truck. Yeah. The sound was phenomenal. Guitars, drums, vocals, the whole thing. It was a chef's kit, so it's a masterpiece. Hands down. Loved it all. Jake's vocals on this one were really good. It was very hard hitting, both lyrically and instrumentally and vocally. So I personally love this track. I resonate with the track as well. I do love the imagery as well to the lyric video, especially in the beginning. It did a medicine bottle, right, with the hand holding it, but right in front of the chest. So instead of the heart there, it's basically like a medication being there. Because the heart, you know, as you said through the chorus, right, that unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Sorry, that song is stuck in my head now. No, but seriously, so the imagery was really cool. Their lyric videos are still top notch. And yeah, there's some really good lines in this track. See what we got here. Somebody unbreak my bones. Somebody come crack my code. You know, want somebody to figure you out. Can't figure yourself out. And it feels like nobody understands you. Nobody sees you. So you're asking, you know, for somebody to come along and crack that code. Give me some hope. You know, that there's somebody out there that can understand me. Type of thing. I think the lines that stick with me probably more than I admit, even to myself. Maybe I'm just too sick. Maybe I can't be fixed. Maybe I won't be missed. That has been something that's been constantly weighing on me for a long time, but real talk, over the last few weeks, it's definitely been in my head, those thoughts. Yeah. Like I said, those lines hit me the most. They yeah. There's also trying to do this continuous reaction the best I can here. That got me. My old perfectionist programmed the pessimist. So we've talked about this in the channel. I'm sure many people know this. There are people that don't as well. Your brain is like a computer. If you do things, think things enough, it will become you, right? It's not just like this thing that you're just saying that won't become a reality. You can literally speak it into existence in your head, which will then, if you're thinking pessimistic thoughts and you're doing it over and over, you've convinced your mind that that is the reality. So you're never thinking hopeful. You're never thinking optimistically. You know, it's pessimistic, and it's become part of who you are. So when he says my old perfectionist programmed a pessimist, you know, it's just like your brain programmed that in, because it is like a computer. You know, your brain will do that. You know, what you feed into your mind is powerful, more powerful than some people understand. You know, for me, my stuff is so hard coded because it was since a young age. We're talking. My shit went. I think when I was like 12 to 13. And I'm much older than that now, and it's been going on that long with no fix. That my brain has layers upon layers of code of not good things. But yeah, the pre-chorus, like I said, for me, it's what it is. Because I do feel that way. I do feel that I ask myself the question, can I be fixed? Can this be something that can be fixed? The pessimistic side of me says no, it can't. The other side of me that tries to think of it, differently, just comes to the conclusion that I don't know the answer. I just don't. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. And that brings to the next line, maybe I won't be missed. Because you know where that line is from. If you've been down that road. And once again, it's a thing where I feel, it's not just like a thing of a passing thought. I really do believe that. Now, people will pretend that they will, but those same people, if you just disappear for a little while, they don't say anything to you. They don't talk to you. They don't message you. They don't call you. They don't show up. So people want to pretend that they do so they don't feel bad about themselves. In my experience, I'm not saying for anybody else. This is just my experience. So yeah, I'm not so sure that I would even be a blip on the radar. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop trying. It's just a thing that I may not be fixable. This might just be something that is too broken. I've done, as I said in the beginning of the song, all the medications. I did the medications when they were horrible medications. Ones that put you out of your mind. When I say out of your mind, I mean like freaking put you in as a vegetated state. I've been on pills that put me out cold for almost 24 hours a day. I was eating laying down. And that's not a joke. I was eating laying down in my bed because I couldn't get up. Not that I didn't want to get up. I literally had no thought process. And I've been on some very bad medications, because we're talking a time period as a teenager. You're looking in, the 90s and then all the way even into the early 2000s. Medication sucked for mental health. But I have tried some, even not that long ago. Still, I gave up on therapists. My experience, the ones I've used, just make it worse. Oftentimes I come out worse than I went in. So yeah. I do the best that I can with what I have, the tools that I have, and just hope the tools that I have is enough. But yeah, the song definitely hit. As well as the line, I don't want to die, but I can't live like this, It's the thing we've also talked about on the channel, that people confuse people with people that have try not to get in trouble with YouTube here, that have the thought process of ending things, right? Nobody wants to die. It's just, you can't do it at some points anymore. You try and try and try, and it doesn't work. You just want your pain to end. It's not that people don't want to live. It is literally that nothing is getting better. You have felt this pain for so long, it is unbearable. People can only know that pain if they've experienced. It's not something you can explain to somebody and they'll go, oh yeah, I understand. and actually understand without saying just the words I understand. Only other people that have been through that situation of that idea can understand. Nobody can really still understand all the way, but you can have people that can understand the thought process behind that. But a lot of people I think they confuse it, in my opinion. So it's just like, I don't want to die, right? I don't want to live like this, but I don't want to die. You're kind of stuck in this thing, and some cases, where that ends. Other cases, it doesn't, And then there are, the other option, because, there's the option of doing it, which you do not do. Then there is not doing it and getting better, and then there's kind of just being stuck in the middle where you're battling your demons nonstop. Not giving up, but just not sure if you can get through it, It's just my opinion, though. Man, yeah, it was a very thought-provoking song. In my personal opinion, this might be one of Citizen Soldier's most thought-provoking song for me in a while. Not the most ever, but in a while. It's one of the most thought-provoking for me. And like I said, it slaps my soul. Just remember, though, if you are going through anything to the point where you're considering doing the deed, let's call it, don't. I can't tell you things are going to get better. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit people. I don't know. But I do think you should not give up, ever. Keep fighting. You'll never know what can possibly get better if you just surrender. And I do firmly believe scars make you. It's my way through is I take the bad and I try to mold it into something, into something positive, the best that I can. So if you're going down that path, reach out to somebody, friends, family, strangers, therapists, whoever it may be. Your life is worth trying for. I can't tell you what your next chapter holds. It could be freaking amazing, or it could be more the same. But I do know that it is worth fighting for the chance that it will. I am proof of that. I am not in a good place. May never be in a good place. But I'm not going to stop trying. I might break further, but as long as I have an ounce of will to me, I will continue. And I want you to continue, because maybe, to most people, somebody doesn't matter. To me, everybody does. So at Linkin Park, One More Light resonated so much for me. He talked about, who cares if one more light goes out, but I do. I feel kind of the same way about that. I care. I do. I'm not somebody that's just saying some shit because it does something for me. It does nothing for me, trust me. I do care for everybody. A stranger, an enemy, someone that hates my guts, I still care. I guess that is my fault. My flaw in my personality, one of the biggest flaws, maybe. That I'm too kind, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to change. It is who I am. And a lot of it is because I don't want people to go through that shit. It ain't fun. It's not good for anybody. So if I can even reach one person, one soul, then all my struggles are worth pushing through. thank you for watching this reaction. Hopefully you liked it. Citizen Soldier's link to this official lyric video will be down in the description below. Be sure you head over to their page and give it a thumbs up. Let them know what you think of the song and what it means to you. I'm sure they would be thrilled to have that feedback. Thank you. I can't wait to catch up with more Citizen Soldier as more drops. They're stellar band, amazing people. And they're doing some great things. So hopefully they keep that up, and I appreciate all the support and love that anybody has given me through my time here doing reactions. Not going nowhere. We will be continued to pushing reactions out when I can. Speaking of that, I do know there are some requests on the backlog. I have seen them, but due to, like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of technical issues with my computer that I ended up losing a lot of my stuff, so I've been trying to work on getting everything back up, and I will be then getting to those requests, so don't you worry about that. Thank you once again. Remember, you're an awesome person capable of awesome things, even if your mind tells you otherwise. You got this. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next reaction. Until then, I will leave a light on for anybody that needs it. Peace.